Is that better? It should, yeah. It's because oh shit. I have my AirPods on, but I don't know if I just clean them. Actually, is that better? Oh, that's cool. Are you lying? What the? Are you lying? That better? Is that better? It's because I had my settings off. Oh, okay, cool. It's because I had my settings were on. I don't know why the microphone was set to my phone. I don't know. I wouldn't lie to my BFF. Aw, chamoy. Big Bookie from La Barrio. Hey, Yayo. Good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday morning. I heard your big news. Are you so excited? Are you super, super excited? I bet you are. Oh, those are cute. Huh. Where the fuck did my thing go? Sorry, I know I shouldn't be doing all this other stuff on top of here what you guys are on, but still. Hey, Video Productions.
Hey, we are the new Video Productions in this bitch.
Hold on, I'm gonna change my name right now. Hold on.
You heard me, okay?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are
I'm
the
gonna change
only
my name.
watch. The only
Super line.
IE.
This bitch, the only IE. What's good, everybody? Good
The
morning, good
only
morning, good
Video
morning.
Production.
I was listening to your live, yo, but then Paulie called me and it fucked it up. But it says let's celebrate something today, and that show was crazy. I want to say big thank you to YouTube for finally coming into their senses. No, I'm just saying. I'm gonna do a whole speech. I'm just saying. That show was crazy. Waking up to that show was crazy. So what's up,
The
everybody?
only.
Good morning.
Do you see
Pela
my name?
pelas. The only IE Video Productions. Yep.
I'll figure out a better name later. I can't think on the
What do you
spot.
guys think he's doing right now? Like, let's talk about this real quick. What do you guys think is his? What do you guys think
He's
he's doing right
slapping
now?
his mama. He's over there
He's
slapping his
slapping his
mama.
video production takeover. Fuck yeah, we won the war in the battle. He's probably in his fucking. He's gonna come. He's gonna come in right now with one of his fake accounts and talk shit. Yep.
You see what you did, Angel?
You see what you did, Angel?
What you caused?
Pobrecito, ya lo dejó sin canal el ángel. Shout out to everybody.
Hey,
Yeah, watch. Check out. What happened? Angel's probably what?
Angel started that war yesterday, the politic talk, and then yeah, he got tired of it. He blamed it on everybody else.
Yayo gang never loses. Good morning, Lefty.
Good morning, Lefty. Sorry, it's because I have like my kids were outside in the jumper like during the weekend,
Yeah.
and I have a towel right there by the
By the
floor,
door?
but yeah, but it's like all wrinkled. It was getting on my nerves. Yeah, your gang never
So you gotta
loses.
go fix it?
Gay one next, you fucking rat. Oh man,
For
what'd you
taking
say,
your
Cynthia?
channel down too, right? I said you had to go fix it, huh? Because it was making you feel uncomfortable, huh?
Yeah, it was bothering me.
Even though we're not
You guys
looking
can't
at it,
see
but
it.
it
I know
bothers you.
you guys can't see it, but it still bothering me.
But you could see it.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning, everybody.
morning.
Celebration time. Come on. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, you guys. I'll just being a bitch, you guys.
Hold on, let me
My
see.
beef with him is when he called my kid retarded. That was my beef with him. So that's why I started fucking with him, you guys. Um, fuck him. We know he's gonna come back with a different channel. Hey, but what about all those stickers he made? They don't
That's
work no
messed
more, huh?
up. That's messed up.
Those stickers don't work no more, huh? Well,
What do
you
you
shouldn't
mean?
have had porn on your fucking life. You shouldn't have fucking been showing your nipples. Now just play.
Oh man, because I did report him. I reported him when he showed his nipple. I reported him when he showed his nipple, and I reported him when Yayo told me to report him.
Jimenez got his channel taken down, Angel.
All thanks to you, Angel.
Jimenez, 3 strikes, he's out.
Right?
Yeah, he lost his channel. Yeah, Angel. It doesn't exist. It's gone. What the
When?
fuck?
What?
Yeah, Angel said, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah, his channel is gone." Yeah, Angel,
Uh,
it's definitely like gone, like a gone like gone, like adios, like you're not here no more. Grimace is a pedo. He gotta start all over.
well,
He brought it upon himself, though. Let's keep it real. Like, don't
don't
be
blame
blaming me. I don't report no one. I would say
me.
you. Guilty
Reportes.
conscience, Angel.
He showed me his nipple. I don't like that.
She was gonna come back and then he's gonna say it's our fault and we'll do this and that, you know?
That's funny. Ok, chamoy, ya
No,
me
Wookie,
porto
no
bien.
reporte.
Ya, mi bestie se enojó conmigo. Me porto bien, chamoy, ok?
Well, his beef with me, the beef I had with him, you guys, and I've always said it, why I was fucking restreaming him and all that shit, and I said that I'm gonna restream him every time that he goes live, was because he called my son retarded, you guys. That's what I was doing it, you know? Once you
Yeah.
fuck with my kids, that's it. Like, you don't fuck with kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's my beef with that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Ya, me voy a portar bien, ¿eh? Ya me voy a portar bien.
Ya los vamos a portar bien, ya no está en el mapa.
Ya, yo
Se
voy
le
a
acabó
ser
el
good
corrido.
now.
Se le acabó el corrido al güey. Watch, go check out that Victorville Cup, girl.
Oh, okay, yeah, you did tell me about
I
that.
don't know if you guys seen on the news today. Last night there was a child abuse case in Victorville where 6 kids were getting abused, and and to top it off, the kids were foster kids, you guys, and that's what's really like, what the fuck? Why are you even gonna take in some kids so you could fucking treat them like the way you know? I know they pay you, but damn, come on, like to be like you know,
No, even if they pay you that, you have no right
you
to torture
you have no
kids.
right to treat a kid like that. They're taking them away from fucking one abusive home or whatever to take bring them to another fucking abusive home. Like that's pretty fucked up, you know. So yeah, I seen this shit yesterday, last night when I got mad about the whole politic thing, and I fucking I went on and I
Why?
started watching the news because I don't
Why'd
like
you
to
get
talk about
mad? We
politics.
weren't even talking about politics. Why the hell did you get mad?
Yeah, you guys were talking about politics when I had said stop. Y le siguieron el rollo.
We were talking about politicians being ugly.
Yeah, but anyways, my
Well,
channel, I
me.
don't want no fucking politics in my channel. It fucks up the whole vibe. Sorry.
Yeah.
It fucks up the
It
whole
fucks.
vibe.
No, that was Angel's fault. He's the one that brought up Joe Biden. Okay, here, let me share it.
No, he didn't bring up Joe Biden. I could tell you who. Okay,
Oh,
let's go.
Jazz is live.
You didn't know she was
Hold on.
live?
She's still live?
I didn't know. I didn't even get the notification to that shit.
I didn't either. Hold on, let me see. Let me go. Hold on. I'll go right now. Let me see. Okay.
See, look at married couple and their daughter.
Accused of the quote, prolonged and severe abuse of 6 children in their care.
Our Mark Cotto-Robles joins us now from the newsroom. And Mark, what can you tell us?
Yeah, of course, David and Ellen, good evening. Hard to find appropriate words when you hear about stories like this. Just so disturbing. These children, they range in age from 5 to 16 years old. Detectives say they suffered severe neglect and physical abuse. The exact details, though, not yet being released. Here's some video just in appearing to show the home where the alleged abuse was happening, a U-Haul at that house today. I spoke this afternoon to the sheriff's department. They say the suspects are a husband and wife, Kenneth and Tina Key of Victorville. Both are 60 years old. Their third suspect in this case is their daughter, 23-year-old Caitlin Key. Now, we're told that the Crimes Against Children detail opened this investigation 3 months ago after a tip was called into the child abuse hotline. The children were taken from the suspects at that time, and the arrest finally occurred yesterday. All 3 suspects booked on torture, and each is being held on $1 million bail. That's what we know right now. Again, there are 6 victims in this case, the youngest just 5 years old. Exact charges for the suspects, that's going to be up to the DA. We, of course, will follow this and keep you posted.
Oh my God. 5 years old?
5 years old to 16. And then it's a torture. Like, what the fuck were they doing to them, you know?
Yeah.
Because when I think about torture, I think about torture like they were fucking burning them. They were doing like some crazy shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what else? How could you torture a kid? Like severely though, like severely tortured, you know, like severely not getting fed. Like, what the fuck? So they were malnourished, like they were super like thin, I guess.
That's so sad. There's like so much shit. You know what? Victorville's so like like that area is so just I don't know.
Right, Angel? Look at it. It's 2025. How do kids these days not know they can call the cops or tell someone? That's true. But it's like they're scared, Angel. You gotta put the you know? How are they
Yeah.
like what about if they weren't even letting them go out like those other fucking kids that were like those other kids that didn't like those other fucking parents that didn't let their kids out, like the 9 one, like
Oh
the
yeah.
kids, the 9 kids. Like they wouldn't let them go out. They wouldn't let them do shit, you know? They probably didn't even have a phone.
Hey Caesar, good morning.
Good morning, Caesar.
Yeah. I don't know. Mental abuse is real, man. You know, it
What did
starts
you
with
say?
mental abuse first. What?
What did you say? About fucking Diddy
Good morning.
request super mega bottles of baby oil. Make sure it's Johnson and Johnson. No
No way.
way.
She's been sarcastic. She has to be.
Is that for real? Hey, well, I heard he fucking like he crashed out in at the trial yesterday when Cassie was saying everything.
My niece and nephews were in different foster homes, and I didn't like any of the foster parents. Yeah,
It's like it's
I
fucked up.
go ahead.
Like, why would they take them away from the parents if the parents are really not abusing them? Whatever. Yeah, some people have like some issues like substance abuse and all that type of shit. But when you take them out of their home to put them in a home where they're gonna get treated worse, that's really, like really fucked up, you guys. Like that's not right. You could really like just help the parents out to try to get better or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think the system is severely flawed. I've always said
Yes,
it when you went through with it. I have told you like 75% of the calls that are made to CPS. Did I tell you 75 or did I tell you more?
I think it was
I forgot
more.
what the I forgot what the percentage, but it's a very high number. It's definitely more than 50% of the calls made to CPS are false accusations. That is a statement that they know I'm not just making up numbers. It's true. Like more than 50% of the calls that CPS receives are from somebody who's bitter about a breakup, about money, about somebody, whatever. Somebody's bitter, right?
Yeah,
And it's messed up because the ones that are suffering are the kids because if 75%, 80% of the calls that are being made to CPS are false claims, when they go into a home, a lot of the times, what can they do? Like, oh, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Oh, it's not that bad,
yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
like, I don't know. My
Yeah,
sister
my
was
sister
dirty.
was dirty with pills. She was a good mom. She was hooked on painkillers. See, and it's like sometimes the doctors are the ones that get you hooked on those fucking pills.
Yeah. I think though that if your sister had like a problem, she could have reached out to you guys to help her with the kids because you know, it- or they could have reached out to the family and said, "Hey, she ain't right. Like she needs help." You know what I mean? Hey,
Yeah.
Polly. Good morning.
Good morning, Polly. Good morning, love.
But like I said, it's really messed up the way that they do that. My mom called CPS on her. Oh,
Oh,
that is messed up, Sabrina. Sorry. Sorry to say that. That was messed up.
oh,
Bookie,
cause CPS on her because she was mad that she didn't come home. Oh wow,
Chema
that's
said
fucked up.
que me va a llevar a comprar virotes with egg and chorizo.
Oh my
Virotes?
god,
That sounds good.
she was in a bad relationship. Dude was abusing her, and she will go back. Okay,
Yeah.
my
I
ex-wife
think I
was
think I think
bipolar
we have to be
disorder,
more a
and the
little
court
bit more
gave her
understanding
custody.
though when it comes to stuff like that.
Look at what Angel said. My wife has bipolar disorder, and the court gave her custody of them anyways.
Well, because that's a mental like there's medication for that. She could either take
Yeah,
medication or whatever, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that she's not a good parent. Um but they just look at the all around like picture and how good she is at lying personally,
is that
She
the sister Sabrina that you talked about that they overdosed her on purpose?
Yes, she said she passed away going on 3 years. Aw, Sabrina,
Yes,
sorry for your loss. Hey,
yeah.
Rich Happiness. Good
I think she had
morning.
already talked about it in my channel once about that, like her sister passing, and that somebody did it on purpose.
Really?
Yeah. Hello, Rich Martinez. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, she was in what?
Hondo, in Hondo, and she never wanted to talk to us. Still, don't know why. Yes, Cynthia. Okay, see, that's the one that they overdosed on purpose.
Oh shit. Hey, Up Donuts.
That's
Good
crazy though.
morning. I don't know if I said good morning, but good morning, Up Donuts.
And who kept like? Good morning, F Donuts. If you don't mind me asking, who kept the kids, Sabrina? I see you, Donuts. Good morning. It's pretty fucked up, man. She lived the street like that street life. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so she was out there.
Mm.
She always blame my mom for her issues. Oh, okay.
You know, that's one thing that I'm really scared about, Sabrina, with my because I have a 13-year-old daughter, and my tia raised all 8 of them. Oh, okay.
That's good. At least it stayed in the family.
Yeah,
You know, the kids stayed with the family. At least they didn't get sent out to different child like they separated them and all that shit. You know, at least they were raised. You know.
but that's what I worry with my daughter, Cynthia, because remember I told you that she always like she has that victim mentality. Like her room will be a
Yeah.
mess, and I'll go in there and I'll tell her like to clean her room, and she's like, "You're always mad at me," and I'm like, "I'm telling you to clean your room. I'm not mad. I'm just telling you clean your damn room," you know. And then she's the oldest, and I tell her she has to be a good
Yeah.
example, and she's like, "You're always yelling at me. You're so mean to me." She says she's the unwanted child. I'm like, "Shut up."
Wait, what is she like? The what middle? She's the
She's the
second child,
second,
right?
yeah. And then like my son tells her, like, "You're a spoiled brat. Like mom spoils you so much. Like, I don't know why you think that way." And then she'll go through like her periods where she's like, I know, I'm sorry, I'm a brat, but that is a big indicator when it comes to addiction, because when you always feel like you're being like attacked or you're being bullied or you're being like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you have that mental that victim mentality, and then like you think, oh, you make excuses like I drink to forget about this, or I do this to do that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, well,
Yeah.
but
Well, me when I was using, like I'm not gonna lie, I didn't fucking because I had issues or whatever. I just tried it and I liked it and I just kept on doing it. Like
yeah.
to be honest, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not gonna fucking lie.
And that's why it was so easy
Because
for
I
you to
did have good
stop.
parents. Like yeah,
That's
yeah.
why it was so easy for you to
It's not
stop.
that I needed it.
Yeah. Thank you, Rich.
Exactly. It was not a necessity. I was just doing it because I felt it made me feel good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I had issues at home," because no, I had a two-parent home. My parents were good parents. I just chose to do it.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna blame it on nobody else that I did it.
That's true. But see, like with my
Because
with my
that,
dad, I saw that that victim mentality, and because I had already told you guys that my dad was a drug, well, I
yeah,
didn't know he was a drug addict. I knew he was a little off, but now that I'm older, I'm like, oh shit, he was hitting something.
he was
Yeah.
on drugs. Yeah,
So my dad has that mentality. And when you try to have a conversation with him about why he is the way he always blames my grandma. And I'm like, you were fucking borracho since you were like in your teens. Like, how the fuck is she not gonna beat your ass? Like, obviously she don't want you to be doing that
exactly.
shit. I'm the opposite now. I don't drink now because I have been through so much and I don't want to trigger my emotions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. This-
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. At least, yeah, yeah, emotions when you
Mhm.
But I just did it because I liked it. To be honest, I like to drink, but I don't feel like I'm an alcoholic where I drink because I want to fucking forget shit. Like
Yeah.
I drink to have fun. Fucking stupid. Which I don't even need to
No,
drink to
it
have
is
fun sometimes.
true. I get what you're saying, Cynthia, because before I didn't okay, so those people that start drinking and they don't know when to stop?
Yeah,
He was drunk and but he always worked hard. Yeah, that's how my dad was too, Sabrina. Um, when they say, how there's people that can only have like they'll come home, have one beer and that's it. But then
yeah,
there's people that once they have that one beer, they want to have another one and they want to have another
yeah,
one and they want to have another one. That's addiction. That
yeah,
is that's how you know it's addiction. And then especially when it's like a everyday thing, right?
Like,
And
yeah,
I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that. I thought like, oh, okay, because now when I drink, I'll drink maybe half of one and I'm like, I'm good. But before, like if I drank, like I would just like I couldn't just have one because I'm like, oh, I can't just have one because then I'll get a headache or whatever. I
yeah,
have to have like two or three or four. But no does anyone to do drugs. You make choices all on your own. True.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you, Angel. I really,
Yeah.
really agree with you on that. That's why I say how it is. Is as fucked up that I probably sound or whatever. But hey, I did it because I chose to, and fuck it, it is what it is. So
Yeah.
when it was a time to stop, it wasn't an issue for me, you know.
Yeah, but I think he just saying about what I said about how he says like he blames like my grandma or
His
whatever.
mom,
No,
yeah, yeah, his mom,
they
yeah,
what it is the emotions of the anger, the emotions of whatever it is the fuck they're feeling, they numb
yeah,
it with substances, and that's why they can't stop, right? Because instead of like, okay, my mom abused me, if that's how you feel, right? Because me
yeah,
personally, I don't think it was abuse, but my grandma was like 5 feet tall, and my dad's like, I don't know how tall he is, but he was obviously taller than my grandma.
yeah,
And he always says, oh, she abused me, and I'm like, I highly doubt that, especially knowing my
yeah,
grandma. But instead of dealing with those emotions, he chose to numb himself with half of the crap that he numbed himself with. And
yeah.
now when you try to like have a conversation with him about it, it's like, nah, nah, nah.
You
Like,
don't want to hear it, huh?
yeah, you don't want to hear it. I'm like, you're dumb, like you're dumb because you could have dealt with the emotions, but no, you chose to numb it. And now like
Yeah,
my grandma died a couple of years back, and he refuses to talk about my grandma passing. She still talks about her like she's alive, just in another state.
oh shit.
I'm like,
He's in
that's
denial.
why you're
He's
an
kind of like
addict.
in denial.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's why you're an addict, because you're in denial. You're in denial about everything, and then you just kind of push everything back. Like that's
Yeah.
why you are the way you are.
And you know what? I was able to keep it for like away for like a while, like that. I was in, with my mom. Till
Uh-huh.
now, she does because I wouldn't put it out there either, you know.
Yeah,
Till now,
yeah.
she's like, I know that you were on drugs, and whatever. Yeah, I was fucking up.
Mhm.
But it was like, don't blame nobody else for what I fucking like did, like they can't say here, oh, Polly, there's no. But I chose to do when Polly met me. I had already done drugs,
Mhm. And
I had
see,
already
that's the same
just,
thing. Like
yeah,
what Angel just said. I had my issues on my upbringing, and I became an
I became
alcoholic to
an
deal with those issues.
yeah,
And that's how it
yeah,
starts, Angel. That's how it
yeah,
starts. That is how it starts. You have a lot of
yeah,
you have a lot of issues, and instead of dealing with those issues, you pick up a beer one time. You don't mean to become an alcoholic. You have so many issues at home. You go to a party, somebody they're drinking, you're like, "Oh, I want to have a beer." You have a
yeah,
beer. Once you have that beer, you no longer think about your problems. So then you continue to drink, and you're like, "Hey, every
yeah,
single time I drink, I don't feel that. I do
yeah,
not feel that." So then you just keep drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking, because whenever
yeah,
you're drinking, you don't feel that.
yeah,
That's how it starts. That's the same thing with drugs.
exactly. Yeah, but I started the first. I'm telling you, the first time that I did something. I did speed, and I was in high school.
What speed? What is that?
I don't even know the difference to that shit, but the one that I did was kind of like brown. I don't know. It was just it just keeps you. It's kind of like I feel like it's of kind of the same effect like fucking meth. It keeps you
Oh,
up. It does all your shit. Te altera, like not te altera, but it keeps you, on that
yeah.
vibe. Like I don't know, but that's how I started when I was in 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 a high school. With like weed, I had already smoked, but when I tried like a hard drug, it was when I was in high school. I think I was
Mhm.
like 15,
Look at what
and
your
then
boy said.
I wouldn't do it all the time. I would do it occasionally
You
when
It
it
was
was there.
recreational though. It was
It was when
recreational.
it was there.
Yeah. It was recreational because people there I feel like me, if I go somewhere and there's beer, I'm gonna drink. Like I am gonna drink.
Yeah,
Unless I'm like driving and I have my kids. but there are circumstances. So because of that, I know like I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But if I was the kind of person that I didn't give a fuck if my kids were with me, I didn't give a crap whether there was beer there or not. Like I took my own beer, then that's how you know you're an alcoholic. You know what I mean? But the fact that you said if it was there, I would do it. If it wasn't, then oh well. Like that, to me personally, that I think that's why it was so easy for you to quit. And
I
I'll
don't think
stand
I'm
by
weak
it. I'll
minded.
stand by it, Cynthia. I'll stand by it and I'll say it. Like that's why I think
Yeah.
it was so easy for you to just be like, I'm
Yeah.
over it.
I don't consider myself weak minded, Manotas. I'm telling you that
No,
I
you
did it
didn't. But you
because I
didn't abuse drugs and alcohol. That's what he's not talking about you. He's talking
okay.
about people like my dad, because my dad did
Okay,
abuse
okay.
drugs. Yeah, like my
But
dad
he's
did
just saying
abuse
like
drugs.
I think he's saying just in general. I really think people that abuse alcohol and drugs, because when I had it, and I would do it. Like I would
Hmm.
do it. When we had it, like we had it, you guys.
Yeah,
We had it.
yeah, but also you weren't over there like sucking D for it.
No, I
You're being
wasn't.
serious.
No, no, fuck no. But when we had it, and it was a good amount, you guys. So I'm talking
No
about.
more like those who wants you to send him the link, bestie. He's talking to you. No, he ain't talking to me. No, not funny.
Ah, who you talking to, doctors? I don't even know if I'm allowed to. No. Hold on.
Abuse and recreational are different things. Exactly. That's what I was trying to tell her, Chamoy. See, I know, Chamoy. I feel you. I know what you're trying to
Yeah.
say. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. It was recreational more for me.
I think
If I had it, I had.
abuse is if you did all the drugs in your house, you and Polly did not have no money, and then like he sent you over there to SD for it, so you could do more. You know what I mean?
No, never. Fuck no, it wasn't like that. Like no.
Hey, Jazz looks really pretty in green, huh? Look, I
Yeah.
just seen this picture of Jazz.
Yeah, that's a nice color. I
It's
like that
cute. I've
color.
never seen anybody look good in that color. No
Yeah.
te me alteres, Lola. Hey,
No, no, no me estoy alterando, but I'm telling you, like not a lot of people. Yeah, some people are weak minded. I feel like the people like really get addicted, really get stuck to it,
yeah,
are really like the people that can't control it and that let themselves go and fucking and como se llama, and those are people that actually whatever they gotta do for it.
yeah,
Because me
yep,
when it was time to stop, it was time to stop. Even with weed, and I love to smoke weed, and I used to like the high of it too. So, but now like if I don't have weed, it's like okay, I don't fucking have weed. I don't need to be high every day. I feel like I
yeah,
function better when I'm not high,
yep.
way better. So it's like I feel better not being high. If it's there
Hey,
and I'm
boss.
out chilling and I'm partying, and I'll buy some, yeah, like I'll get some, but it's not like how I used to have to smoke every fucking day, go sit outside, wanna sit down, smoke two blunts. It's not like that. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I need to function.
And it's so funny that you say that because I can always tell when Jazz, remember the last time you guys were like, I think you what were you I think you were smoking and what were we doing? We were recording, I think, and you guys were all pendejas. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to smoke.
So when I'm not high, I do feel a lot better. Like I do feel a lot better, to be
Yeah.
honest.
But
Then I want to knock out, and I can't be doing that shit.
so
You know.
I'm not addicted to bread. I mean, I'm not addicted to drugs. I'm not addicted to alcohol, but I am addicted to bread. Really bad.
Mhm. But yeah, there is a difference. I wonder if these parents abusing these kids or whatever the fuck, were they on something too? Like what the fuck? I wanted to see. I actually want to see these
Hey,
people
one,
how
two,
they look.
three. Welcome in.
They still haven't posted. They still haven't posted their
You know
mugshots.
what though, Cynthia? I think you I think you have a hard time understanding that some people are just shitty people because yeah, like
Evil,
not
huh?
everybody does drugs and
What's that
everybody
one?
like not everybody does drugs, but there's a lot of people that abuse children and a lot of them aren't. I am addicted to plants. I'm addicted to plants.
You're addicted to
I
plants.
am,
She is. The proof is
right?
behind her. Boogie, just shut up and go play with your fucking
Oh, damn
plants.
it. He's I already did. I already
You
did.
hear
My
me?
back hurts.
Go play with your plants. Oh, well, you did go fix your lawn and like your
I'm
plants
addicted
outside,
to
huh?
Toyota, says 1, 2, 3.
Weed's not a drug. Weed is not a drug. I know weed is not a drug.
We're just talking about anything that you consume.
But you know, in like to society, weed is a drug. You know.
When I used to help run a rehabilitation center over here, the pastor thought I was too blunt at first. When he started seeing homies change, he liked my approach. That is a good approach, Chamoy. I feel the same way
Mhm,
too. If you want to coddle somebody,
mhm.
if you want to coddle somebody and be like, "Oh, poor baby, you're hurt. You're hurt." That's why you do the things that you do. They're going to
Yeah.
make you're making excuses for
Mhm.
them. You're making excuses for them and they're going to continue to to okay, they're making excuses for me also. So next time they want to do something, they're gonna like, oh well, the pain was just too much and I couldn't deal my emotions. So that's why I did drugs. Like, no, if you tell them straight up, like, dude, like you're weak minded. If you really can't handle that, like you're weak minded. I feel like that does help. I really do strongly believe in that. I also hooked on the worst.
He said, "I'm also hooked on the worst drug. It's called marijuana, but marijuana is not a drug.
Mm, now
It's not
nowadays it is
man-made.
though, because isn't a lot of stuff
Nowadays, it is.
isn't a lot of stuff like they have like they sprinkle stuff on it, no? I don't know what it's called, but I've heard about it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I heard that they sprinkle stuff on it. I don't know what it's called,
What
but I know that I heard somebody say something about them sprinkling something on it.
are you talking about? Like when we say like pea dogs and
I
type of
don't
shit
what
like
is
that?
what?
Because people do sprinkle
What do they
stuff on
sprinkle?
it, but it could be hash. It could be
What's
hash, like
hash?
other like I don't know. I'm addicted to collecting cards. It gets
But
you
what
high
is it?
too.
Like what is it?
What is it, you guys?
What is it called?
Like hash, HASH. I can't even explain what it is. Hashish,
Hash, right.
or people. It's depending how people do it too, because people could
Oh no,
like back in the days.
that's
I
THC technically. No, that's like isn't that yeah.
That's still
That's not
THC, yeah. What you're talking about, like when they put like fucking
yeah,
crack cocaine on it
I
and
think it
shit.
was I think it might have been that.
Polly is addicted to Cynthia. Yeah.
And
Nah.
Cynthia's addicted to Polly's Culiacan. We found that last night.
Fuck
We found that
you.
out last night.
Oh, fuck you.
You can sprinkle
Fuck
some
you.
stronger.
You can sprinkle stronger weed on it. Yeah. But no, she's talking about Juan, like when people put like rock, like cocaine on it, type of shit
Yeah,
like
I
that,
mean,
you know?
I've never, I've heard, like, I don't know exactly the whole like term for it. Hey, spirit in the sky, welcome.
Is not a cocoa puff. Cocoa is the difference between P dogs and cocoa puffs. Cocoa puffs are with fucking cigarettes. Um, P dogs are with weed.
I,
You're right, Miss Sabrina. I can't kick that habit. Stupid.
oh, Polly loves him some Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia's like, mhm.
I'm like, mm-hmm. Popping my collar.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but
I-
I've had my share. I've done P dogs. It wasn't
Well,
often,
what
but
is
when
that,
yeah, you
Cynthia?
know,
You said
it's all
it's
right. It's good.
hash. Is that what you were saying? The hash.
No, no, no. The one you're talking about, The one where you say they sprinkle other sugars on is like it's crack
Uh-huh.
cocaine, and you sprinkle it on top of it, and then you smoke it, so you get like a different, like it's a different kind of high too.
Yeah. If I saw anyone
If
Go
I
ahead.
saw,
If I saw
go ahead, go
anyone
ahead.
playing that part, I'd tell them to tie a nut and get it together and shake the spot and leave the bed for someone that really wanted to change. Oh shit. Yeah, get the fuck either get your
Well,
shit
it's
together
true
or get the
though.
fuck out.
Don't take some space where somebody that really wants to be helped.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
just keep it pushing.
Mhm.
There's no rehab for that.
You know the last time that I talked to
For
my
that,
dad? The
I mean,
last time that I had talked to my dad, he was really freaking me out because my dad had just gotten out of rehab and he had just gotten out of rehab and he was doing good. He had been doing good. And he called me and he was just talking crazy. Like he was just talking crazy. He was talking nonsense, right? And I was having a conversation with
mhm,
him, and then like the next day he called me and I was like, "Oh, you called me and you were talking crazy. Like you were talking crazy." And then he's like, "Oh, no, I wasn't." I said, "Were you doing did you do drugs? Were you like on something?" And he was like, "No, no, no." He's like, "I was just having a rough day." Da, da, da. And I'm like, "Excuses, excuses, excuses," right? So I told him, I did
yeah,
tell him, I said, I have kids. Like I have kids that I need to worry about, and I have kids to raise that I want to make sure do not end up like you. If you're still messing with stuff, don't fucking call me because I don't want to stress about it and I just don't want to deal with it, you know? I haven't spoke to him
yeah.
since.
So he probably
Mhm.
has
I don't
been
know whether
using,
he
huh?
has or he hasn't, but I know that he was really upset with me because I told him that. And I was like, yeah,
Well, so what?
he told my aunt
You're
that I
speaking
turned
your
my back
mind.
on him, and I'm like, you know, I practically raised myself. So if you're upset that I turned my back on you after all these years, let's just say you turned your back
Yeah,
on me a long time ago, you know?
yeah, yeah. P Dog is a primo who used to dip them in PCP.
Oh,
No,
that's
fuck
what I'm
that
talking
shit. I never did
about.
that
That's what I was
shit.
talking about. PCP. I couldn't remember the name.
Like the
And that's
dipping?
like
Oh,
it's
that's
like
hell no.
but I don't know what PCP is, but I know that it's like something. Yeah,
It's
I
like
know
a
something really
liquid.
bad, no?
Yeah, you could dip
Oh,
cigarettes
okay.
and all that shit. It gets you like I don't know, like super high, I guess. I don't know, like a, like a slow high, I guess. Probably
I
like
don't know.
where you're hearing fucking echoing or type of shit like that. I don't know.
You
Like,
do you, girl. Swear, yeah.
good
I'm
morning,
addicted to
spirit.
food. Yeah, I'm addicted to food too. I'm addicted to bread, actually. What was I gonna say?
Pan
I
dulce.
saw somebody high on synthetic marijuana one time. I think I told you guys before. I think I mentioned it.
That's called
Spice. That's what
spice.
it is. Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know the
yeah.
name for it. I just knew it was like synthetic.
It's just some people trip on it. Some people trip on it because it's not good. It's not a good thing. That's synthetic marijuana is not good. But the only like we knew somebody that used to do that shit because when it came for them to get drug tested at work, you wouldn't come
Really?
out dirty with that.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah. And with marijuana, you like to clean out your system. It'll probably take like a month to actually clean it after you stop
Yeah.
smoking. Or maybe less depending on how the smoking house.
Yeah. Well, the guy that I seen, we were in class, and I guess that they were talking about it because all the potheads used to walk down the street and hang out on the corner and smoke during like between periods or whatever. Like, because our school is like an open campus, like you
Yeah,
could just walk in and out, you know. And so I guess they had walked down to the corner and they had done that. When he came back to class, like he was fine, but then like the period after that, he started burning his face because he said that stuff was crawling out of him. And I was like, damn.
started burning
Yeah,
his
he had a
face.
lighter and he had like it wasn't a mole. I don't know if it was like a pimple or like I don't know, it was something. He had like a little
Oh,
like blemish or something on his forehead right here or somewhere on his face. I can't really remember. But he was saying that worms or bugs or something was coming out of there. So he had the lighter and he was like in the back of the class and he had a mirror. And then he was like, "Oh, do you see that? Do you see
Yeah.
that?" And like in front of the mirror. And he was like, "Do you see that? Do you see that?" And we were all like, "What the fuck? No." And then he had the mirror and then he got the lighter and he started burning it off. We were like, "What the fuck?" Like, dude
Yeah.
is tripping.
Hell yeah. Did anybody take the lighter away from
I
his
think the
ass?
security guards came and got him, but he was like running around, like saying that stuff was crawling on him and stuff, that bugs were coming out of him.
Yeah, he was tripping. He had a
And then
bad
like,
trip. That's
yeah,
crazy.
and then like one of my other friends had said that she had done that too, and she was like, I felt like I was a Lego. Yeah, she
What
said
the
that.
fuck? I don't. I've never wanted like to try that shit. Like I'm straight.
That's
Like fuck that
scary.
shit. You
That
know
is scary.
that is scary, especially because I would see shit online too, and I'm like, fuck this shit. Why fucking smoke some synthetic shit when you could smoke some real shit and be cool, you know? But synthetic shit be having you tripping.
Look
Like
at what
fuck that
Chamoy
shit.
said. The good PCP used to give you strength. One time I took 6 coughs. It took 6 coughs to take me down. The PCP these days is no good.
Yeah,
Oh, man. That
that's
is crazy.
crazy.
That is funny.
Fuck that. Yeah, I've never. It's like shit like that never caught my attention. You guys to do shit like
Yeah.
that never. It never did. Like I used to like the high that will keep me up. Like you
Really?
know.
I love my sleep. I would not be able to like
Yeah,
not sleep for days.
yeah. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I don't
It's just everybody has different preferences. Like people on heroin like it because they fucking I don't know what the fuck it does. It like like you doze off onto that
it's
shit, you know.
it's
And
a
I seen
really
actual
it's
people
a
like in the
really
street.
strong high. The first time you do
Yeah,
heroin, the high is really really strong. So people don't become
yeah,
addicted to like the drug in particular. It's not that they like it, that they just continue to use it like excessively like that
yeah.
because
The money
they're
runs.
constantly chasing that high. And it's never
Yeah,
gonna happen
yeah,
again, but they're always chasing that first heroin hit, however high that was,
yeah.
that's what they're chasing, and that's why they get addicted to
That's what
it,
they
yeah.
want. And they should just know that they're
Mhm.
never gonna get it because the first time you do it, that's the best one you're gonna
Exactly.
get.
Good morning, my friends.
So it's just crazy.
Yeah, like
I don't
I
know.
love the way the mind works. I love talking about psychology. I love talking about all of it. Like I love talking about that. Like it I just love talking about it.
Yeah,
Like the mind is trippy and each mind is a different one.
yeah, yep. It is. That
Yeah,
shit's
because it's
crazy,
like
huh?
you have people that see right and wrong, right? Like clearly I don't fucking like you, right? But what they did to you was not right, right? And then there's people that even if they don't like you, they're like, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Because I don't like them, it's okay, right?
Yeah,
And usually it's crazy because usually like it's like the whole thing with like Sonia and hi Sonia, like the whole like thing with all of that, you know what I mean? Like you can clearly see that that was wrong,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But they justify
yeah,
it because they don't like you or they justify it because whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? My friend was 17 and couldn't stop.
yeah.
His parents had to send him to rehab. Did rehab help?
Couldn't stop doing what? What was he doing? What was
Yeah,
he
what
on
was he
though?
on? By my friend, do you mean you?
Because I think you're still a little off. No, I'm just.
He's all my friend. I mean me. He's like, and my parents. I mean his parents had to send him to rehab.
I know
My
that
friend,
shit.
my
You're fucking the Bookie.
worst enemy.
It's my worst enemy.
It is true. It is. It is. It is.
Bookie, you already fixed it. Stop
The
looking over
what?
there.
No, I was looking at the time.
You already fixed the thing
I
on
was
the
looking at
floor.
the time.
It's 9:33.
Good morning,
Good
Leslie.
morning, SP. Oh, he was on heroin?
Oh,
Damn.
okay.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's what people get addicted.
17 years old playing heroin? That's crazy. That shit is crazy. 17 and using
That is
heroin.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
Never in my like when I was young, I ever said, "Okay, I want to try heroin."
Have you
Never, never. That's not even a choice.
have you ever been asleep? Okay, have you ever been laying down, Cynthia, and you're not quite asleep? You're not quite asleep, but you're like right in between falling asleep and like being awake, like fully being awake, and like, do you know what I'm talking about? And then you can hear what's going on. Like you're laying there with your eyes closed, you can
Yeah,
hear what's going on, and like for like a split second, you could kind of see what's going on, even though you're not like, do you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about? And you
yeah. I know what you're talking
during
about.
that specific time, you feel like so light, you feel free. Like it's just a good feeling, right? I guess
Yeah,
people are that feeling, that's what people are constantly chasing. In
yeah.
Mexico, you can have
Thank God I never tried carga. That's good though, Shamoy. That's really
that's what
good.
they did to my dad, Angel. Thank God I never tried carga. What's carga? Uh,
Heroin, like chiva.
oh,
That's
okay.
what they call it in Spanish, chiva, like
Yeah, yeah.
heroin. You know.
She's without
I
doing
never
drugs. That's good spirit. You know, you have to deal with your emotions head on.
in Mexico. What? In Mexico, you can pay to have your family member kidnapped and beaten sober in a forced
Y'all do that
rehab.
for
What the
free.
fuck?
Yeah, because you know what? My dad when my dad was my dad had been on the street. So my dad pretty much he was here, right? And when that happened, like he lost everything. Like they deported him. They took like his whatever stuff he had. They took away everything. They just deported his ass. And they told him that he couldn't come back for 10 years, right? And he was in Mexico and he was just lost, right? And then like twice
Yeah,
they somebody picked him up and they put him in a rehab. And I had a conversation with him about it, like, you know, for a little bit before I had stopped talking to him. And he was telling me
yeah,
that the drug cartel had picked him up and that he escaped, that they had picked him up and they were torturing him. And I'm like, this fool was still tripping because it was the rehab people that had came
yeah.
and got him, you know? I'm like, ain't no way, ain't no way. See, one of them, I was going to say that too. I didn't want this Mojo knows everything. That's funny. Not Chamoy.
Nah,
Like there's you know what? I never feel that way about anybody because there's a lot of
nope.
when you really like a topic, you know a lot about that topic, right? And
Yeah,
when you kind of like a topic, but it's not like you don't really like it, you know? You kind of like it, but not
yeah,
like where you like love talking about it. You know some stuff here and there, but you don't know everything. You know what I mean? So when people tell you stuff, you're like, oh shit, you know, like that's crazy. I didn't know that. It's interesting
yeah.
to know, but it's not something that you would go out and find the information yourself, you know. So that's some way. We like hearing it.
Exactly.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
12 people in here, and there's only like 8 likes. 7 likes.
I'm
Hit the
telling
fucking
you,
like, you guys.
nobody ever hits the like for me. I don't know why. I don't know what, and I don't know if I'm not. Maybe I'm like Jimenez. I'm not likable. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe
What
I'm
the
not
fuck?
fucking
No,
likable.
don't even compare. Don't
No, I'm
ever
just
compare
kidding.
yourself to that.
I'm just kidding.
Don't ever compare yourself to that shit.
You're
Don't ever compare yourself to that fucking beast.
sorry.
You're a very, very likable
Maybe
person.
too likable. No, I'm just kidding. Voy a lamber la
Nah,
cola yo sola. No, I'm just kidding. Syringe? What's syringe? Wait, what? It's It's changed in English because the charge. What? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Heroin. Oh, okay. I did. I like you. Thank you, SB.
Well, we don't gotta lie like that either,
Shut up.
SP.
Shut up. That's crazy. But it's a crazy topic, and I
Yeah.
do like talking about it. I like speaking about all kinds of different.
It's just an interesting
Yeah. You
topic,
know
you
what?
know?
I'm showing 13 likes. Aw, 13 likes. Thank you. What was I gonna say? You know what topic I really like to talk about, and me and my kids always talk about? Like,
What?
not conspiracy theories, but like
Food.
what? Food. Bolillos, panes,
Food.
croissants.
I like conspiracy theories too, though. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that I will watch. I will watch that one guy, that main guy with the conspiracy theories. What's his name? Fuck. Let me
Like,
look
we
him up.
talk about what happens when you die. We'll talk about that. And we'll be like, "Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this?" And we'll sit there and we'll have like a whole freaking like hour-long, 2-hour-long, sometimes 3-hour-long conversations about it. Hello, you crazy bastard. Oh, Angel's the best.
Yeah.
Angel's the best.
Yeah. I forgot his name. But Michael something. I think his
You're talking
name
about
was.
that the African American guy?
No, he was a
Oh,
white
okay.
dude. But he would do like a lot of conspiracy theories.
Oh. What's your
Older
favorite
man.
conspiracy theory ever? You guys in the chat, what's your guys' favorite conspiracy theory?
Uh, Fuck. I don't even know. Conspiracy theories. I like any conspiracy theories when it comes to like fucking aliens and type
Oh,
of shit like
okay.
that.
I like talking about aliens too. What do you think aliens are?
I don't know. I feel like with aliens, there's different type of breeds of
Different
aliens. To
breeds?
be honest, I don't think there. I think it's just. I think there's good, there's bad. Like I just feel like there's different type of
Oh, where do you
ones.
think that they come from? Do you think that they come from outer space? Or do you think that they come from,
I think they do come from outer
wow,
space. To be
angels
honest,
coming back with something?
and it's just like there's so many. It's just it trips me out that there's like people are still in denial that there is aliens because there's been sightings and type of shit like
Yeah,
that.
no,
You
I think
know,
that they came out. The government just came out like recently, and they said that aliens are. Yeah,
they exist. I feel like we have technology because of like
you think so?
them kind of.
Oh, SB was in the military. SB,
Yeah,
what's up with that? Do you got any insight?
I think that they're more advanced than us. Like I feel that there is another world out there
Yeah.
like that. I don't know, but that's just my thoughts.
Wait.
The gods from above, like what the fuck, like like the Mayans and all that shit type of
Do
shit.
you know though that if you believe in aliens, you cannot believe in God?
I believe there's
Yeah.
something up
They
there.
say that they
I
say
do.
that if you believe in the whole like alien thing, like the whole religion thing, like doesn't fit into it, the whole religion thing.
Yeah, but
But
the kind of conspiracy
there's
theory.
trumpets and accordions, too many pastors and scholars. There's just one trumpet left for the world to end. Hey, CP143, welcome. That's okay, girl. Scholars, there's just I don't know.
We are the
I
aliens. Yeah,
cannot
right.
wrap my mind around all of that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. My mind just doesn't allow me. What if we're the alien?
About what?
The
About aliens?
what?
What can't you wrap
Yeah,
your
just
mind
like the
about?
whole thing. Like that's why I consider myself an agnostic, because there's an agnostic person is somebody who believes that we'll never know. Like, pretty much there's no way of ever knowing. 2 weeks.
Look at what SP said. What about if
Well,
we are
did
the
you see that
aliens?
picture of the alien? Supposedly how they said the alien crossed with the monkey, and that's how we're supposedly born.
I read. Pull the picture out.
My search history is so weird because of you guys.
Looking for work.
The
Shut the
what?
fuck up, Angel. He like he's like, what is it? What did he say? Don't be alarmed. The aliens are just my primos looking for
The
work.
what?
He like, don't. Angel said, don't be alarmed. The aliens are just my primos looking for work.
Nobody works harder than a
Please don't start me on aliens. Go, Polly. We're gonna get you started. Let's do it.
nobody works harder than a immigrant, an illegal immigrant.
Yep.
Let me see. Oh, I hate this one.
Spirit in the sky, there is an alien, and he is orange.
Uh,
He is orange with white underbags in his
and
eyes.
honestly, you guys, I know like a lot of people don't believe in the same beliefs that we believe in. I hope that you guys don't get offended by the conversation, and I hope that you guys are willing to have different kind of conversations, because like I'm not the kind of person to shut you down if you don't believe in the same thing that I believe in. I just don't want anybody to get offended or be like, oh, I'm never gonna come back here because they're you know they're atheists, they're satanics or whatever. You know what I mean? This is just what I heard. It's not exactly what I believe in. You know what I mean? But just letting you know.
Yeah.
Let me see. This one, Cynthia.
So that make that.
Supposedly, an alien crossbred with a monkey, and they made us. Supposedly, that's what they're saying. I've seen them on CNN. What orange? Oh my goodness, you're
That's
funny,
crazy.
Angel. Spirit.
So who's the guy and who's the alien is a
No,
girl?
the alien is a guy. The monkey's
The
supposed to be the
monkey?
girl.
Oh shit. That's just crazy. I don't know. Who knows? Because
I'm not a Scientologist, Despy. I don't
who
believe in
knows?
Scientology. I don't believe in Scientology.
That looks
When
crazy
you
right there. That
think
looks
about
crazy
it,
right
when
there
you
though.
look at it, though, okay, can you kind of see it? Like I'm like, I see it.
Yeah,
I fucking see it. You
yeah.
know?
It's like when like the stages of fucking cavemen type of shit. You seen how they
Yeah.
put that picture up. Let's see that.
The what is it? Evolution, right?
Yeah. The hell with the free speech. Exactly. Everybody's entitled to free speech, but in my channel, in my channel, when I do go live, like one topic that I really don't like to be talked about is it is politics, because we could all agree to disagree, and it fucks
It's
up the
just
vibe.
somebody
Let's
always
keep it
gets
real.
triggered. That's the thing, and it's usually Cynthia, but
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No,
I just don't like to talk
yeah,
about it though. I've always said it. Like that's one subject that I don't like to talk about in my channel. Politics is, well, like I said, we could all agree to disagree. There's a lot of shit that I don't like, and and even if I do have questions, like I don't give a fuck who you vote for, whatever. I'll say some little mamadas. But like I know, see, look at how they were practicing, huh?
yeah, I don't.
I just feel like I like even if I have questions or whatever, because I know Buki is into that shit. Like I'll call Buki and ask,
Yeah, but like I said, like I don't like
that
I'm very open.
that's what
Like if
we'll
I'm
make.
wrong,
Yeah,
I'm wrong, and I'm willing to be like, fuck, I fucked up, I was wrong. You know what I mean? Like I'm willing
yeah.
to admit shit. But
See, this is how like this is crazy though. Like, look at I feel I yeah, I do believe in shit like this too. Like
that doesn't look as realistic.
empezaron
You find another one to see.
los monos. It's crazy though.
I don't know.
Angel
It's just
does
like
have a
so
lot
much
of
crap that will.
characteristics of. You hear me? Angel does have a lot of characteristics of how I'm just playing. Play with Angel. Oh man, you're like, what the fuck? Based on size, I think Bookie's the second last one. Oh, that's fucked up.
SB. Oh man, let me see. I don't see a
You
more
don't feel like
realistic.
monkeys have a lot in common towards us like that? Like, you know?
Have you ever seen Planet of the Apes, Cynthia?
Yes. I like those movies.
Hey,
Caesar.
what?
Se llamaba Caesar, el monkey, ¿no?
Oh, I was like, oh, I thought you were talking about the Caesar, the Caesar
No,
from
no,
here.
Caesar.
Yeah, doesn't that shit make you like trip out? I also believe everything, so who
Yeah.
knows? That's funny. It's because you know what? I'm not trying to lie. Okay, I'm gonna say something that's gonna be really mean. I have a cousin that has feet, and I'm like,
That looks like a monkey.
no, I'm serious. I have a cousin whose feet, if you look at them, you're like, bitch, you didn't finish. You didn't finish your process of evolution. Like, I'm not trying to be
Oh, you're
mean.
fucked up. Okay.
She got fucked up feet, and
That's
I'm like,
funny.
girl, I do not come from no chango. Oh, their things are baby size. Chamoy. Oh my god. Cálmate, Angel Jr. I don't know. I don't know. What happened, Cynthia?
No, not them texting.
Look at this. Looks like all of us are here. Let me see.
A ver, I want to see this.
Oh shit! Why the hell? Look at this. Looks like Cynthia right here.
Fuck you.
This looks like Polly. This looks like me. Either this one looks like me because it's little. This shy one looks like SB. Oh man.
Who's this cara ancha right here? The last one
Which
right here.
one?
Under you.
This one right here? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who does he look like?
Bookie, that's
That's
family
crazy. This is crazy. I feel
feet.
like
Hey, I have pretty feet, SB. I have pretty feet, okay? That's funny.
I think we do because there's a lot of like if you really look at it, like si hay muchos like similar like se ve, you know?
Yeah. And it's just their eyes, girl. Like their eyes just look human to me, they just look human, you know?
Yeah, and they're really smart. Like let's keep it real. These motherfuckers are
Uh-huh.
smart. No son pendejos.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie though, like I do have family members that kind of like resemble this, you know? So it's like Oh man.
Oh, that's
Nice
fucked up.
YouTube family picture. I know that was us the other day. Why I gotta be the one with the longest face. It's not the face, SB. It's you going like this.
Acted all shy, huh? Look for one with curly hair.
Curly hair. No, that's mean. Let me see. I
What's
don't
up?
know.
What's up? I feel like we were like, yeah, there has to be a mix of something, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Jose Luis.
Como los hicieron. Fucking aliens got all fucking horny and got with the fucking monkey, no mames.
Right? I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's just.
You think they fucking took them? They abducted a monkey and they just fucking studied them and all that shit and did that shit.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I really cannot like comprehend it. Like, I
I
can't.
would, wa- I would want to know how the fuck did we even come up to this world? You know,
Yeah.
like who were the actual first fucking humans in this fucking world?
Yeah.
We would never know. It's just crazy. I'm just playing, SP. You know we love you.
Mm.
And she is looking for what I'm just playing.
No, I'm not. Hey, Cultura Cafe.
With
Good
a perm.
morning.
Hello, Cultura Cafe.
¿Qué son esos?
Double problema. He calls us double trouble.
That's funny. I'm not.
Why I gotta be the one with the longest face? That's fucked up.
It wasn't that one, SB.
Oh man, that shit was funny. We gotta look for which one does the one with the cara of the fucking white face looks
I
like.
don't know. Have you seen those have you seen those have you seen that video of that dog that was like super depressed and it looks like a human?
No,
There was a dog.
no. What the fuck?
Yeah, there was like a dog and I don't know what his name was, but it's like one of those really big fluffy dogs. And the dog they bought him a pad, right? And then the pad had like different sayings on it, like where the dog would be like outside, I go outside. So it was like different buttons said different things, right? And then like the dog, like for some reason, kept staring at himself in the mirror and he's like, why dog? Why dog? And like he was really
Look at
depressed.
CP143
Huh?
said that Adam and Eve were the first people on Earth. How do we know that for
How
sure,
do we know
though?
that for sure? Yeah.
How do we know that for sure, though? That's what they tell us, but how do we know that for sure? That's
See, look, watch it.
that's the thing. That how do we know?
Hold on to me. Look at.
Yep. So that's how I feel about that. I don't know. How do we know?
Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
The fuck?
Look at.
Dog, why? I don't know how to answer that. Because bunny dog. Dog, why?
See? And he just kept asking that. Those dogs look creepy though. I don't know if you guys seen that.
He said, "Why dog? Why?"
Yeah, he was
Well, he's
saying,
asking like, "Why is he a dog?"
yeah, he's asking, and the lady, because I followed her on Instagram, on Instagram, she has like a whole thing where like he's staring at himself in the mirror, like there, like she has like a big mirror like on the floor, you know those floor mirrors or whatever that rich people have,
Yeah.
and like the dog is like looking at himself in the mirror, and then he walks over to that little pad, and he was like, "Oh, why, bunny dog?" And then he was saying mom human, why mom human, or something like that, or some shit like that.
Oh, he's smart.
Yeah, and he was like, he went through like a whole thing where he was all depressed because he just I guess he just found out that he was a dog. Isn't that crazy?
Oh shit.
Yeah, like isn't that crazy?
Hell yeah. That's crazy. We don't know for sure. It's by faith. Just like we pray. You've never seen God, but it's with faith. Yeah.
Our creator put them there. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't really know, you guys.
I don't know. I can't wrap my hand. I can never wrap my head around it, but it is like a trippy topic to me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. When I think of the pyramids or Aztec buildings and stuff like that, how were those structures built perfectly without technology and heavy equipment? Exactly.
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 And the pyramids and the rocks and whatever, they're like, they say that you can't even put a strain of hair through those lines. And they're like so like perfectly built where they're like, it's like a puzzle type of shit. Like they're fucking just there like perfect, you know? That's what I would like to understand.
Yeah.
How the fuck did those heavy tons, like they weigh tons, like how was that lifted to put all the way up there, you know? Because the pyramids are pretty high, you guys. So how was that possible? Like that's what I would like to understand as well. That's what Polly talks about all the time too. Polly,
Me and my husband sit there, we talk about this shit all the time. Like we sit there and we'll literally like talk about it like for a long time. We're like, how does that happen? Like, you know? I'm like the dog depressed. I found out I'm a
Polly and I
monkey
used
today.
to watch a lot of shit on.
Look at Colombian
What did you
said.
say?
I'm like the dog depressed. I found out I'm a monkey today. The seven wonders of the world.
The Seven Wonders of the World
Fascinated.
is on my bucket list.
Yeah.
fascinated. Yeah, you know what? Um, okay, you think like they had to be there's I know you think there was giants like because you know how they show that there were giants back too.
What about the conspiracy theory about the trees? And that's how they know that there's giants. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen
How
it,
they say like,
or I probably have, but it's been a minute since I watched it.
yeah, me too. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's what they say. Okay, look it. What did Polly say?
5.2 million stones in that
What?
pyramid. Here comes nerd.
Oh yeah, Polly fucking loves this shit. When you talk about shit like this, Polly loves
I
it.
know, me too. I don't know facts.
It's just an interesting
It
topic, you
is.
know, than humans.
Egyptians and Aztecs
And
were
we're
on
able to
higher
manifest
frequency than
or
humans and were able to manifest
other
ports
world,
to other worlds and had access to other technology. Okay,
other
Cultura
technology.
Cafe. You mentioned that, right? That doesn't align with the Bible at all. So, like, isn't it crazy how there's like so many different beliefs? Still
Yeah,
better back then than today with all our advances.
but it's like that's the question. Is like okay, but they didn't fucking pick it like with fucking like how I don't know. They try to show like that they will make they will roll them up with like trees like type of shit like that like with but I don't believe that.
Yeah.
How was it every like cut so fucking perfect in a line? How that they can't explain that shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How are they still up at this time? The pyramids were built by alien technology, right? I believe that shit too. I believe that shit.
SB, I like
I fully
look at what SB said. She loves dinosaurs. When her and Martinillo were traveling in the trailer, I guess she made him stop at every museum in each state.
that's
Aliens,
cool. The
that's a
dinosaurs are
whole nother
interesting too.
thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to the
But
I mean
look at
aliens? What the fuck happened to the dinosaurs? What the fuck happened
hey
to
and
dinosaurs?
and if you really think about it, look at how the pyramids are fucking are set. They're set for like certain way where the like I can't explain how it is, but I just haven't seen none of these videos in a long time. But like the pyramids are set like in a certain way for the sun to hit certain way and type of shit like that, you
Look
know?
at what Polly said. The timeline from start to finish of the pyramid, they would have had to lay a stone every 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Egyptian magic,
Yep.
Nahual magic, and Gypsy magic are really powerful. I don't know.
I think aliens had to do with that
You think
shit.
so?
And it's just like the pictures of Egyptians as well, like human with creature parts, like like I believe in all that. I think that they really do exist. It did exist back then, you know?
Yeah.
To me it's kind of crazy, like, it's like me and Polly used
Oh,
to
hey,
sit here and binge watch a
Lala.
lot of
Hi,
shit. That
Lala. Sorry, I don't know. I didn't know if I said hi to Lala. Sorry.
hey Lala,
Sorry, we're over here all deep in conversation. I was raised Catholic and I'm going to say something, but don't want to offend anyone. How do we know that a crazy person didn't write the Bible? SB, I believe that 100% because if you look at the Bible
me
is
too.
written to benefit men, not women, men. Geometrical and
Yep.
sorry, Chamoy. I don't mean to offend you either. Geometrical and where precision to align the sun and other planets. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, cultura. See, I'm telling you.
But then there's that whole theory about whether the Earth is like a sphere or like a elongated like half circle or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Manotas, my mom calls me Gypsy.
Well, like what happened to what happened to all the Mayans when Christopher Columbus found the world? What happened with the Mayans? They just got extinct as well. Like what the fuck, you know?
No, I think they moved down Mexico, no? Because a lot of them are still like over there. They just
Yeah, but
mixed.
but why did they delete? Why did they burn like the Mayans fucking history books and like type of shit that they had? Like
Yeah,
like
I
why?
don't know. Mm-mm.
It's just crazy. It's a lot of shit. This is a man's world. No, it's not.
It is. I believe it.
But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman's one.
Men are creator, women are multipliers.
Man wouldn't be shit without women, dude. Let's keep it
No,
real.
we wouldn't be shit without men.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't see it like that.
Women are more multiplier. Men are creators, men are creators, and women are multiplier. Whatever a man creates and whatever you give, whatever a man gives a woman, she multiplies it. It's you can't
Yep.
have one without the
But
other.
no, it's just but they wouldn't it's a teamwork type of shit, no?
Mm-hmm.
They can't do it's teamwork, like but it wouldn't be shit without us. King James had his mom killed so he can be king. And
He's the one that.
he's the one that had them translate the Bible. Wow.
Yeah, because that does not mean
I don't
okay.
know.
I was I've done my first communion, I've done all my sacraments, right? Because I was really like into I was a really
So you actually read the
like
Bible.
yeah, like I went through the whole like thing, and I went through my years of like the catechism and all of that, right? I don't understand how giving 10% of your check helps you get to like a higher like I don't know. Like I don't understand that. I don't get offended.
Yeah.
Vehicle before I believed in God. I can elaborate. Oh, okay, Chamain, that's awesome. I respect you a lot for
Yeah.
that. I agree with Cynthia. What the fuck?
I think maybe Cruston wrote the Bible.
Oh man.
Oh, you're fucking crazy, dude.
Oh shit.
Hello, Yankees for life. Woman rule, yeah.
Oh my god, we seen that. We seen that yesterday. Women rule bookie. Oh, hi Yankee. Sorry, we're like super deep in conversation over here. We seen that yesterday. Yayo. I didn't hit the like, but I just did.
I showed it in my live stream
That
yesterday.
is funny. Um, that's kind of true too. My man gave me his money and I multiplied it. Right? It's true. You give a man gives you his sperm and women multiply it. They make it into something.
Yeah.
Uh, Yankees is the word.
The time, right.
Lala, I'm so
Fucking
sorry,
party
Lala.
on
I
it.
didn't mean to ignore you. We were like over here talking about conspiracies, but that whole pyramid shit is crazy, and I don't know what the hell, like, but that shit is just crazy. It's just crazy to me, especially how it's still standing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we've had earthquakes that have taken down cities, but those motherfuckers are
Those pyramids are still
yeah, they're
there.
still there. How does that happen?
Exactly. And then the Aztecs and all that shit, they have some crazy ass beliefs too, where they will sacrifice people, like and take their fucking heart or whatever the fuck. I believe all that shit.
Yeah,
I believe that they did believe in that type of shit, like, and they would do some crazy shit like that. It's crazy.
look at what Angel just said. You check out on delete his comment.
What does it say?
He said you can also make it a meal. Just saying.
Oh, you pinche puerco, marrano cerdo.
Ay, ay, ay. Mets. Let me see. I don't know. Let's watch a video.
Yeah, go. I was gonna tell you
What do I put?
about what do you want to watch about the pyramids?
Yeah.
Just put the Egyptian pyramids or something like that. Which one was the first pyramids ever done? Like, does anybody even actually know that? I don't remember.
This one. Hold on. What'd you say?
Okay. I wonder which was the first pyramid. I don't remember. I forgot. Ever made.
Hold on. Let me. No, I didn't time you out, Angel. I told you I wasn't going to time you out no more.
Tommy, no more JVP channel. What happened?
Jimenez Video Production, he's saying. When I was in TJ, there was a
I know.
girl that was possessed. Just thinking about it, my hair is get nothing worked but prayer. That's just one of the reasons that I believe in God. Oh my God, that would
Oh,
be so
okay.
trippy to see, Chamoy. Here, hold on.
Fuck that. That's crazy.
Let me skip this. Stupid thing. Stupid ad.
Remove comments. Fucking
Experience.
pause comment.
Talking of pyramids,
Hold on. What did he say? When?
Remove it because it's still right
Oh,
there
shit.
on the
Sorry.
screen.
I thought he said read. Okay.
No.
I freaking love this guy. He is just, I just love him.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
talking of pyramids, dude, this new pyramid shit that's just come out.
Oh, this is insane. Yeah, I was going to send this to you as well, Jamie. I'll send you one of the most comprehensive breakdowns of it on X because it's quite stunning. So apparently, through the use of LiDAR, they have discovered that there are enormous structures underneath the Great Pyramid that go kilometers deep into the earth with coils. So enormous pillars, and then these coils. They don't understand what it is because they're just looking at LiDAR images. But whatever this is a uniform structure. There's several pillars, and all of this is like very, very, very weird.
Yeah, it's 600 meters descending down those cylinders, and then there's more stuff below it, and then
Yeah.
there's additional structures inside of it. Yeah, that was
Damn.
crazy.
It's really crazy. There's a guy, Jay Anderson, and he did a breakdown of it. Maybe this would be good. We could play this.
Okay,
It
let's
makes
see
a
this.
little more sense when someone's explaining it to you.
Well, yeah, I
That's
mean,
what
we
opened
need
his eyes.
somebody
But
that's an expert, but not me and you.
Zawi Hawass, by the way, has said it's nonsense. So I don't know.
Already?
Yes. According to Graham Hancock. This is the wonderful thing about having Graham
I texted
Hancock's
Graham
test-
yesterday. I was like, yeah, what's going on with this?
Yeah. So click on that and go full screen, please.
How significant of a discovery this is.
Dun, dun, dun. I love the music. And geometry, so you know it's real.
You got to appreciate the dramatic intro.
Project Unity.
What has just been announced in relation to the pyramids at the Giza Plateau and the plateau itself is so incredible, so awe-inspiring and narrative-shattering that I have been sitting here for the last hour trying to wrap my head around the implications of what we were just told. So this is pretty much breaking news because the new findings were announced on the 16th of March at a press conference held by the team who were studying the Great Pyramid of Giza with a non-invasive technology that was first developed by Filippo Bionde and Corrado Malanga called synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography.
Fuck, that's a
This
mouthful.
was used to explore the internal
Chiropractor
structure
talk.
of the Great Pyramid of Giza. And this method leverages the analysis of micro movements typically generated by background seismic activity to achieve a high resolution full 3D tomographic imagery of the pyramid's interior and subsurface components. The recent findings from deploying this technology are nothing short of mind-blowing, because what's been discovered is that there are huge structures coming down from the base of the pyramid deep into the bedrock. In fact, over 600 meters deep, which then connects to structures that extend up to 2 kilometers below the surface of the ground. 2 kilometers. Massive internal structures
Wow.
connected to the base of the pyramid and extending deep, deep down. This is what we know so far.
What does your friend think about it?
Which friend?
The one that you said it's bullshit.
Oh, that's not my friend. That's Zawi Hawass.
Okay.
Zawi Hawass is the head of antiquities in Egypt. He's like the head guy that talks to the archaeologists and gives the official narrative. In the past, he's been extremely hostile to Graham Hancock, but Graham Hancock and him have now become friends.
Oh, yes. I
And
do
they're
know this
cool-
guy.
cool.
Well, that's about it when they show it.
Yeah.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah. It's crazy. Like there's a lot of videos on the pyramids. Like we and Polly used to fucking watch a lot of shit.
Oh, look
We used to
at
trip
this
out on it. Like,
video.
what the
Look at
fuck?
this is the actual video. Like this is like them actually going under there. Hold on.
All right, let's see. That's what we want to see. Not pictures, huh?
Right.
I like to see the real thing.
She likes to see the real thing. That's funny.
Well, yeah.
Let me zoom in so I'm not like showing my pony.
I feel there's a lot of history or like a lot of shit that they don't tell us, that they don't say, they don't bring up, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, like how look at what Lala said. Lala said throw holy water on it, right? Or throw holy water, everything, right? I was actually watching a video
Yeah.
like a little before you went live yesterday about the power in water, right? If you have a glass of water and you I guess supposedly you shut up, Angel. I guess you
Fuck you,
I
Angel.
guess you can supposedly manifest whatever the hell you want to call it, right? You have a glass of water and then like let's say you have an intention, right? Like you have something that you want to accomplish or you have something that you're you know you really want to set your mind to, right? You say it into the water, right? Mycin, see the real thing. Mira los pinches cochinos.
That's your guys' mente.
Right? So I
Good.
emphasized it. No, so yeah, so you say it into the water and you repeat it like a couple of times, like you know what I mean. Whatever intention you have, you repeat it into the glass of water, and then you drink the water, right? And
Yeah.
I guess like the vibration of like your words or whatever is supposed to do something to the water, which actually scientists have found that if you take a cup of water and you say something positive and you freeze it, like you get like really pretty designs, right? So they say like water is
Yeah.
like so I do believe in the whole holy water thing, whatever, you know, because of that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got off topic. So basically what I was trying to say is Yayo sat yesterday in a cup and he said, I want Jimenez's cup. I want Jimenez's channel to get canceled. I'm just kidding. Let me see. Hold on. There you go. Oh my god, where's the freaking play button? Okay. Hold on. I can't. Oh, wait. Oh shit. Sorry. Technical difficulties over here. Okay, you guys ready?
As these newly established claims have met a suspiciously familiar wall of opposition, one we have experienced a great many times during our aiding in establishing the facts surrounding particularly controversial finds. As mentioned in a recent video, many of the usual suspects, including none other than that of Chief of Antiquities, Zahi Hawass, have joined the public discourse simply to rubbish these potentially groundbreaking claims, telling the press that the find complete nonsense. The discovery is nothing more than background noise, some even claiming the entire project a complete hoax. Yet, rather admirably, the individuals involved in the project
That's a real
have held
picture.
their
That's like
ground.
AI, no?
Additionally, they have a very different, yet to us familiar opinion
No, yeah,
regarding what the
the guy
results of
says
their
it's
project
real.
is starting to indicate. After gathering the data, the research team used an AI algorithm to turn the information into visible images, allowing us to be the first, perhaps in millennia, to gaze upon these hidden structures. One of the images, quote, exhibits a vertically elongated feature with varying intensity distributions, suggesting the presence of a deep well-like formation, Sikole, one of the lead researchers, told the press. Her credentials, including having been involved in forensic science for over 25 years. She continues, the upper portion of the well reveals patterns indicative of potential helical or spiral formations, which could correspond to a staircase or a sloped passageway. Preliminary estimations indicate that the well extends significantly underground, with notable signal variations at multiple depths, or indeed metal chambers at various levels. Professor Conyers agreed with this hypothesis, helpfully.
And hey, did they say what the wire or whatever that stuff is? Is it copper?
They didn't say. I didn't
Copper,
hear them
but
say copper.
I don't know.
It looked like copper.
I heard some shit about copper too.
Adding that spiral descending shafts are to be found in other ancient structures, such as the Pyramid of Unas and certain Middle Kingdom tombs. Quote, the helical feature aligns with descriptions of spiral descending shafts found in other ancient structures. The team has also been kind enough to enlighten the press and public as to their intentions going forward, already planning to now scan the other 2 Great Pyramids of Giza in an effort to see if they too possess such anomalous features. This would not only blow the lid off these structures, having once been tombs for good, but prove once and for all to the entire world that we indeed have a history of mystery. However we feel the main motive for the suppression of their work, the date in which the team have pinned upon its construction, claiming the anomaly to be at least 4,000 years old, not willing to put it back any further, yet courageous enough to finally fly in the face of the illusionary, yet at the moment, largely accepted timeline for the chronology of man, by claiming their existence before the already established construction date, made themselves completely at odds with academic doctrine, and indeed, the entire academic world. I put it to you that academic funding is not a tool used for the greater good. It is not utilized to make new and sometimes history-changing discoveries. It is more of a weapon via the exploitation of one's job security. One must conform, used to prevent any research into these specific discoveries. The field of antiquity, an already established closed book, an illusion, one which, along with depriving us of our true past, provides the gatekeepers of these truths tremendous undeserved power and influence over what the majority believe as historical accuracies. In addition to this unacceptable dating, they also posit that they were indeed not the work of the ancient Egyptians.
I don't know. That's just trippy, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah.
She's not even paying attention. She's on you. She's on TikTok over there. You feel?
Oh no, I'm watching.
Let me see. Who the hell's that?
You're researching him?
Yeah.
I was looking at one. I went to go search him,
You can
and there's a
share
video that says the mystery and life of death of Phil, whatever. I don't know. I can't say his last name. What is it?
Schneider.
Scheider. Okay, conspiracy and aliens. So they killed his ass. They outed him.
Let me see. Oh, I closed the one that.
It's like the first, like the.
Hold on. You can. I think
It's like
you
the
can
third video I see.
I bet they have all of it in the Vatican. Yeah, that place is creepy. Look at Chamoy said another thing that I tell people is go buy a Ouija board and use it for a month or 2. When crazy shit starts happening, tell me what works to make it stop. God, you should research. Oh, how cool is that?
No, I would never play the Ouija.
It's made with alien technology. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me.
They were.
We have a
They
couple of
were made
minutes.
with alien technology. Yeah, it's 10:22.
Yeah, we have a couple. I'll play it one last video and then. Schneider. Okay.
What's up, Smoker Whiskey? How you doing? Good to see you.
Man, we have a lot of people driving by my house right now.
Yeah. You got 18 likes. Finally, motherfuckers hitting the like.
Time. I'm just kidding.
For real.
Oh, what the hell? I want to watch this.
How long is it?
No, this is something else, but it says ancient aliens. Aliens in disguise warn researchers. We've taken many humans, season 18. It's in the
I've seen
history.
a lot of those.
You seen that?
I watched a lot of those. A lot. I've watched seasons of them.
Oh shit.
I've watched with Polly. Me and Polly used to watch that shit. Remember Polly? Ancient aliens. We've seen them. Hi, Punky Brewster.
Hi, Punky Brewster. Good morning. I don't know. Let me see. I can't even find him, but that one caught my eye.
They killed him and everything too. He's deceased. He's missing, I guess, or well, he got killed. The death, yeah, they killed him. It's just they don't want shit to get out there like that, and they out people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the one that he says? Mm. There's some stuff on him.
Do you think that the is it I don't know.
Where's the one? Let me see.
Did you guys well that's crazy
Mm.
that the shape is a pyramid because did you guys hear that supposedly the pyramid is like I don't know something about the pyramid or whatever if you put like a small pyramid like on the side of your bed or like your desk or something it's supposed to help you somehow I don't know what it was
Yeah.
uh
Hold on. I can't find the ones.
hmm,
They have a lot of shit like on aliens and type of shit like that.
I don't know
Explains how the pyramids were made. I just feel like it just does is a trip because you wouldn't expect the pyramids to be that perfect. How they're set up and how they're still standing. And it's true. There's been so many earthquakes that why those motherfuckers are still standing.
I can't find it let's see.
And yeah, it's. I'm pretty sure since he was his conspiracy theories or whatever the fuck they try to say, um, they um they take down videos. You know.
Yeah let me see
You're looking for it.
yeah
That's just crazy. It's, this is a trip.
I'm waiting for it to see search because I don't know what does if it did. I don't know where it's my brother's stomach and then burning the super cross was enough for us to say nope. Didn't reappear. Wait, what did she say? I played that board, it worked. We threw it in the trash. It didn't reappear, Lala. Manotas if it did, I don't know where. It's sliding into my brother's stomach and then burning a paper cross was enough for us to say nope. I knew a family that tried throwing it away 3 times and kept reappearing in their closet.
That's just wild.
Let me see. See, it says using a pyramid for manifestation. Placing a pyramid on your bedside table is believed to promote restful sleep and positive dreams. The pyramid presence is thought to create a tranquil environment, reducing stress and promoting relaxation, which are essential for rejuvenating during sleep. And then
Yeah.
somebody said and then they said practitioners often use pyramids to focus and amplify their intentions. A common method involves writing down a specific goal or desire and placing it beneath a small pyramid. The belief is that the pyramid shape creates energy, hereby enhancing the manifestation process. This practice is rooted in the idea that the pyramid can radiate your intentions through its apex, giving them immense power to manifesting. So if I mean, who knows? Honestly, because the pyramid, this, that, I don't know. It's too much. It's
Yeah.
just crazy. Chamoy,
That shit just.
I had and I don't know again when I don't know about that because like I always not that I feel like I have like I feel like you have to have like the I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so I've never seen nothing like nothing paranormal, nothing like that, right? And I know people that have. I bought I bought or somebody bought me a Ouija board when I was like 16 years old, right? And we played it. We all played it, right? It was one time that we played it. And I really was like, it wasn't like I was like, okay, I believe in this thing, you know? I was like, let's see what the hell happens, right? I thought it was just us moving it. I really felt like, oh, this is fake. Oh, I can clearly see somebody's moving it. You know, I really, my intentions would never like, oh, this thing works, right? Well, I got
Yeah.
after that, I don't know what happened to it. Like I never saw it again. I never looked for it. Like it just, I've never seen it, right? But my cousin, she says after that happened, she was super scared. She says she could not sleep. And I'm like, I'm fine, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I never even had the thought of playing that shit. Like, fuck that. It's just like playing that. It's opening it to bring demons or whatever the fuck out here, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's always the one thing that they say that if you do play the Ouija board, you have to say goodbye. You have to close, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I better put 10 of them.
If you just fucking panic and just leave it open like that and you let the demons out, así se va a quedar, you know,
Yeah.
and you're fucked. But one thing, key thing to it is that you have to fucking say goodbye.
Have you guys seen those rods? Do you believe in that?
The what?
There's these rods, right? They're copper rods, and you hold them like this, and it's like rods that are like this, right? Or like this,
Uh-huh.
right? And you hold them like this,
Uh-huh.
but they're shaped like this, right? And the rods, I guess if they
Yeah.
go in, it's yes, or I don't know. Goes inward means something, goes outwards means something else, right? You hold it and you ask it a question. Have you guys ever seen that?
No, never seen them.
Let me see. That shit opens doors. I don't know, but it's a lot of crap. I'm like interested in all of it. But let me see. This girl right here. Hold on. This is the last video. Just because I do gotta go soon. I forget that my clock right here. I forget that it's ahead. So
Okay.
and I don't know if I believe in this, but just just the just the fact, you know what I mean? Let me
Yeah.
see. You do the rods, Lala? Dowsing rods, right? That's what they're called. Hold on. And she asks a bunch of questions. So you probably be like, what the hell?
Hi friends, I'm Megan and I go by Solar
Right.
Glow Meditations. Tonight we're going to have a how-to session for using dowsing or divining rods. Before we get started, you're going to want to get yourself a pair of divining rods or dowsing rods. I got mine off of Amazon. They were about 14 bucks and they're made out of copper. I'm pretty sure the copper is necessary, but if you find some other ones for these purposes, they will work. If you're trying to do water dowsing, it might not work so well. One of the great features about the
That part's
dowsing
weird.
rods is that it has kind of this handle on it so that when you actually hold it, it flows freely without you actually having to move your hand at all. And so yeah, you can hold them and they spin in your hands without having to do anything. Well, except the motion. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you're going to want to come into your dowsing rod session in a very calm, relaxed, kind of meditative state, if you will. It's great if you want to take some time to do so it can be your higher self, it can be a spirit guide, it can be a specific. So if you're with me and willing to answer some questions, could you cross the rods to indicate yes? And could you open them wide to indicate no? Thank you. And then I always like to ask for them to point to the direction of their energy. So I'll say, can you point to the direction of your energy? And nearly always whoever I'm talking to is on my left. I think in the camera that might be the right, but don't quote me on that. But I always thank them as we go along. I want to show gratitude for whoever I'm talking to, because this is really a relationship that you're building with whoever you're talking to. So you can ask questions like, am I talking to my spirit guide? Oh, okay. That's good to know. I didn't actually know. Am I also talking to my higher self? No, thank you. So in this case, it's my spirit guide. Thank you, spirit guide. So yeah, so that is how I use dowsing rods. And then I like to come up with kind of a series of yes/no questions ahead of time, or kind of have a topic in mind that you're thinking about. So, is it in my highest and best good to have turkey for dinner tonight? Yes, thank you. Is it in my highest and best good to also have dessert tonight? No answer. And that's probably because it might make me feel great, but maybe it won't help with weight loss or my health goals. So that one is really a heads up in the air. And as you kind of start
Which
to do these things over time, you'll start to get some nuance in your answers. So sometimes the rods will open with a slow yes or a slow no, and it could indicate some hesitation in the answers, like maybe most of the time it's a yes, but there are specific scenarios where it's a no, or vice versa. Or it could just be that the entity doesn't want to answer for whatever reason. Maybe you're not meant to know at that time. Or maybe it's just more nuanced. Like, for example, should I have dessert tonight? Like, it could go both ways if it's in my highest and best good. So, let's see. I'll ask one more question because there's been kind of some feedback on some of my videos before this about whether or not I'm talking to demons. So, am I talking to a demonic entity? No, thank you. I'll wait for them to kind of go back straight. And then I'll ask, have I ever talked to a demonic or negative entity using the dowsing rods? Yes, interesting. Thank you. And in talking to them, did they lead me astray? No. Thank you. So thank you to my higher self, or I apologize, my spirit guides, for those answers. So that's the basics of.
So she does like a bunch of stuff. I've seen like a couple of her videos and she does like a couple of answers. So people like message her and they'll ask her to ask questions. And then she'll ask questions that are like, okay, who's the president? Is so and so the president of the United States, right? And then they'll answer like yes, no, yeah, or you know what I mean? Wasn't
So those shits move on their own?
apparently, I don't know. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know the science behind it, but
Hey, look at it. SP, like I use the same thing to relocate to locate water in my backyard.
that's so trippy. But all right,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna end with that. Look at I have no holes today. It's gonna be a great day. No holes.
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks, Cynthia. Thank you so much for hopping on and talking with me. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Thank you. And this is a really, really fun conversation all around, you guys. I had such a good time. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I had such a good time.
Yes.
And I love how you guys were all open, and I love how like nobody was butthurt by anything anybody said. You know, that's the kind of like environment that kind of helps, you know, get the conversations about certain things going. But thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna have to go pick up my daughter, but I'll see you guys.
All right, you guys. Bye.
Alrighty, bye.